Now we're trying to go live on Facebook, and so far it's connected. Now let me go to Facebook. Fetching video stream. Yeah, it's showing that we're connected on Facebook. So do you guys want to do it on here?
That's up to you guys.
Because like it doesn't look bad. Like we're not live yet. I have to hit go live for us to.
Right.
But the bitrate is okay. The quality is the same as ever. It's just a little fuzzy, but
how's audio? Do you know?
It's gonna be fine because it's Streamlabs outputs. So
okay.
Yeah. So everything on my end in Streamlabs is fine. It's good.
Are you going to be able to save it to your computer so I can get it later?
I just looked into Streamlabs again. I forgot that whenever I hit go live, it automatically starts recording the clips.
Oh, awesome.
So okay, we can do that.
Okay, sweet. As long as we still have that file somehow, so we don't lose it. Because that would be kind of the crap if we get all these episodes and then our season finale isn't able to be put up on YouTube.
Alright.
Alright.
It sucks because it kind of cuts our audience in half.
Yeah.
Because then people, you can share the stream, like whenever we stream, just share it to your Facebook profile. People can tune in still, so.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, I'm going to be trying to share it to, whatchamacallit, share it to Twitch or Twitter. Twitter and everywhere else.
Call it. Whatcha.
Okie dokie.
What's up, Abberdabbers? If you're behind me, I can't pet you. There you go.
I'm ready when you are. Everybody.
I'm checking Facebook's live video settings.
Oh, sweet. Ah, shit. No, don't you dare. I will bite you.
Ooh, promise?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, here we go. Ready, 3, 2, 1, and... It's fetching the stream. It's trying to do the thing. Oh, boy. Okay. I think we're live. Finally, let me double check. Let me double check. Okay, yeah. Go to Facebook, guys. Go to your Facebooks and check your timelines and check my page and see if this is floating there.
Yep, I'm watching.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys. Hello. It's ChiefDucky and the Relic Hunters. So Twitch is being dumb right now. It's a lot of people are having issues with connecting and streaming on there. So I guess for tonight we'll be streaming the season finale of Relic Hunters here on Facebook. Hopefully you enjoy and all that good stuff. It's great to have you here. Beat Boop, hello Izzy, how's it going? Nice to see you here. Anyways, so let's get down to business to defeat the fucking Huns. So we all know that tonight some major shit's gonna happen. And before we begin, I want to replay some notifications. Ooh. Did it show up? I don't think it did. I heard the sound. Oh, I know what Trevor did a dumb thing.
What?
There we go. Now let me go back. Let me replay that. There it is. Replay. Thank you, Tom Ashterfer, for the follow. Thank you, Dragon's Beauty, for the host and the follow. And finally, let me replay this one. Come on, do the thing. Deuce Magic, thank you for 2 months in a row. Deuce Magic is our very own Ryan. Thank you for supporting the channel. And thank you all who have... Let me just take a moment before I pass over to the DM. Thank you all for joining us on this journey. It's been 7 months, 7 long months of putting time into our characters, this story, all the special guests we've had from Chuck Huber to Illyria Cosplay to my very own wife, our friends Cody, Courtney, and Brian. I'm probably forgetting a couple, but you all have done so much for us. Without you, we would not be where we are today. Because of your uniqueness that you brought to the show for those episodes, you added a whole nother layer to this machine that is Relic Hunters. So, thank you all. I'm honestly about to start tearing up a little bit because I've grown attached to Jason Myers so fucking much as an OC character because he was my very first character ever, creating and actually putting time into. And this, even though we're role playing, this honestly felt like we were a family and a wholesome team. So this wasn't just a role play; this was also a growing experience. So thank you guys as well to all the Relic Hunters, the DM. You all are absolutely amazing. So, without further ado, I will pass it over to the DM now.
Well, hello everybody. I actually don't have to thank everybody because ChiefDucky, our lovely Trevor, Jason Myers, did that for me. I was going to say I'm not going to be real sappy just yet, but I do want to thank everybody, all our guests, everybody who's put time into watching us and been there. I do want to thank a couple extra people, mainly the people who have done our art, the people who have promoted us and everything else. Ryan for doing the theme, Kyle and his family, and Mama Catherman for the shirts. Robin, aka Joe, for the emblem and a lot of help, and the Chuck Huber nameplates, the Chuck Huber episode, and Andrew for being here.
That's everything you contribute.
No, everybody, and of course ChiefDucky, aka Trevor, for letting us use his channel, and this has been the Relic Hunter just family experience. On that note, we're going to shift and throw. Are you able to bean footage of me?
Yes, I'm able to bean footage now.
Yay! Throw it up for the beautiful. I about picked my nose. The beautiful bean footage.
Okay, let me make sure. Hold up. Yes, it's working. It's fucking working. Okay, shut the fuck up.
Centuries ago, a relic war began that nearly destroyed our world, scattering the relics across the globe. Now Lord Von Helsing has returned, and a new group of heroes must stop him. They are the Relic Hunters.
And thus we are back.
Awesome. Well, on that note, we are going to start this episode not where we ended last episode, but really close. The last time we saw our Relic Hunters, of course, we had Jason and Dean running inside to the house. We had Elvira trapped in the barn talking to Van Helsing. But we're going to actually jump to our Kyle and Ryan's actually in the invisible room. We're going to jump to Kyle and Joe, who are at this moment passed out. Last time we saw them, it went black. And there looked like something was about to come down on Joe after her rolling 3 1s. But there is the lights had went out last time. Now the lights come back on. There is a jar at the door. There is a big boom that wakes both Kyle and Joe awake. And who is standing at the door? That has just burst down the door. If they will pick up.
This is awkward.
If they will pick up.
Your mother.
The wonderful Jack. Standing in basically some armor. He's got his head back. And our short little special guest tonight, Uchiha Enchanter, and he has wielding a pretty large sword. Jack, can you hear me? Oh no, Jack is silent. Jack has lost their head.
That
Oh.
camera
Oh.
footage.
Jack has twitched, and not in a good way.
Oh no.
Oh no. So what I had planned did not turn out right.
One moment while we try to fix these technical.
I was gonna say, when Jack trips out, we need to fix Jack.
And Jack trips out. The sequel.
This usually doesn't happen. I promise you.
No.
Never.
Never. We never have technical difficulties on Relic Hunters.
No, never, never.
It's always 100% working. Always.
So we're switching strategies, and since Jack is trippy, we're gonna make sure Jack has a head, and Jack is coming down here with DM, hopefully. So while we're waiting for Jack, you both wake up as Jack has burst through the door, and Jack is standing there. What are you guys? I was gonna say, you guys both wake up in kind of a stir. The lights have now come back on, and you actually see Hyde standing there, very bewildered. Kyle, you're barely waking up. You're on the floor still. And Joe, you see he was coming down, and the lights went off, came back on, and he's very bewildered. He doesn't know what happened.
No. Joe, you alright?
Kyle?
Yeah, I'm up.
Alright. So, Jack.
Yes.
Okay, everybody hear Jack this time.
We can hear me now.
Okay, Jack, you have just busted into the room. You have been sent on a mission from an anonymous source. And now you are here. You are here to save Joe. That is your mission, hands down. Okay. You see Kyle laying on the floor, just waking up. Joe on the table. Looks like what looks like Hyde. Jekyll was about to cut into Joe. What do you want to do?
I'm going to attack him.
Are you gonna straight up just
Yep.
head for Hyde? Okay.
Head for Hyde.
All right. Are you going sword first, or what are you doing?
Sword first.
Sword first. Roll me to 3d6, please. Okay. Flips off dice.
2 4s and a 1.
Okie dokie. So 9. As you head. Yes, that was a pun. Wow, that sucked.
Good.
You completely bypass. You don't see them, but you would bypass all 3 invisible enemies that apparently just have butterfingers and can't touch you. As Jack runs towards Hyde, Jekyll actually catches your sword. It does not impale him, but he does catch your sword. What do you want to do now? You're slightly trapped.
I want to punch him with my other hand.
No, with your other hand. Okay. Roll me 2. Joe and Kyle, will you please roll me 1d6 apiece?
4 and 3.
Okay. 3 and a 6. Oh, y'all fuck.
Oh shit.
Alright, so Jack, you go to swing at Jekyll, or Hyde, aka Jekyll. You miss. You completely whiff. He bends your sword. As he bends your sword, he throws it, and you actually impale Joel. I can't Joel. Joe.
Who's Joel?
Billy Joel, he's a singer. No, Jack has now impaled Joe.
Oh, God.
In the arm. You got
Oh,
your
shit!
left arm.
Oh, God. Fuck your suspense, motherfucker! Oh.
Kyle, you were able to roll out of the way, but when you rolled, you ended up accidentally rolling into the same container that the body of Elkan is laying in. So you're underneath the table now, and you're laying next to Elkan. Dead, Elkan.
Hey, don't.
Go, go! Oh, what the? Is that Elkan?
Yeah.
Joe, failed in the arm. Yeah.
That was my doing.
All right.
Oh.
Jack, will you please roll me 2d6 for defense? And Joe, will you please roll me one more d6?
This whole time, after I seen Jack, I want to start singing to myself.
Oh, okay.
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna turn around. Desert you.
Oh, roll the 6 with a Rick roll. That was a Rick roll.
Make you cry.
That was amazing. Okay, for that, before I calculate any rolls right now, Joe, you start to glow. Okay, you start to glow bright white. Your entire body. The sword vanishes from your left arm, and it is healed. Please roll me 3d6.
And please don't roll one.
Yeah.
All 3 ones.
That's a nut.
Please do not explode.
Never gonna tell a lie. It hurt you.
Oh, did the dice hurt you?
Never gonna give. Never gonna give. 9.
9 between. Okay. All right. Reason I have 14 dice. Alright, so as you start to glow, you start to rise off of the table, Joe. The light emitting from you, your wings sprouting from your back. One angel and one demon. Like think of a large bat wing, only more, for lack of a better word, demonic. Alright, so you start to rise off the table. This is your battleizer form. You have both your wings, and you are a full armor clad. Basically, think of a like a seraph. You're completely armor clad.
Oh, dude, you mean like Tyrael?
Basically, yes. If anybody has played StarCraft, Tyrael, he's like an archangel or archangel, basically. He's only the wings are different than Tyrael's, obviously. TM. As you rise off the table, all 3 of you hear Jekyll. No, this is no, and he rushes at Jack. Jack, that's what your roll was for. What did you roll?
8.
You rolled an 8. You did not beat my roll. As he rushes at you, he snatches your head clean off. As he snatches your head, you're still able to talk, but your body falls lifeless to the ground. Alright. Kyle, you still have a very open and exposed. I can't speak tonight. Exposed chest with a what do we call it? An orb, a bauble.
You called it a bauble, yes. It was indeed a
In the
bauble.
center of your chest. The light being emitted from Joe causes the bauble to light up a little bit more, and it actually changes color. It is now emitting a purple essence.
Ooh, Kyle, look.
Joe?
Well, Joe, you can't see Kyle, but the light is light enough to come out of the bottom of the table.
I forgot where he was.
Jack, do you want to say anything? Because you're ahead, but you're behind.
Wow.
How am I supposed to save her like this?
I
As
cannot.
do you say that in character?
Yes.
As you say that, Jekyll, who has your head and is running out the door, goes, "You're not," and covers your mouth. And as he does, you feel a scalpel stab in the back of your head. You black out.
I don't like that at all.
You black out. All right. Joe, you see this. Jekyll is running out of the room. What do you do?
With my head.
I'm gonna take flight and go right for him.
Roll me 5d6, please.
Oh. Yeah.
Don't fuck up.
Okay. 17.
Woo, okay.
Spice.
Excuse me. You succeed. You were able to take flight and fly towards Jack and Jekyll. As you do, please roll me a single d6.
Oh no.
No.
Tells DM no. Oh no.
Can I do it stealthily?
No, this is not a stealth roll. I apologize. You rolled a 5. Okay. Since you did roll a 5, you feel 2 heavy thumps. It feels like somebody has grasped onto your wings. You were still flying at Jekyll, but you're a little bit slower and you feel weighted down. Kyle, what are you doing? You're underneath the table still, next to a Elcon body. Please.
Well, after being freaked out from seeing dead Elcon for the first time,
Yep.
and then seeing that the bobble
Yes.
starting to light up, I'm just gonna like slowly finally stand up, realize everyone's gone, just go, well, there goes my question of what the hell is this thing, but okay. What is going on? Dean, kinda need you, buddy.
You rolled out from underneath the table, right?
Yep, stood up.
Roll
and started
D6.
calling him.
Before you stand up, roll me a d6. You rolled a 5.
Crispy.
Alright. As you roll out, you hit all fours to go to stand up, you feel a hand on your wrist. It is Elcon's hand.
What?
Do you look over?
Yeah.
Roll me another d6.
Oh my god.
Oh no. Please.
Just the hand. Oh.
Alright. He still has your wrist. As you look over, he's not possessed. But you do see Elcon's face, and basically, because he lost a foot, he had a hole in his chest, he had no tongue. You see his eyes glowing bright red. He is staring at you, and you hear, without his lips moving, you hear.
Okay, you just went from Elcon to Chucky. Let go.
Roll me one more d6, please, Kyle.
Oh my god. You had to say that, didn't you?
Give me a 2 or 1. Come on, buddy.
1. It's a 1.
That's a 1. Alright. As you're fully focused on Elcon, you feel a hand on the back of your neck. It starts to squeeze and picks you up.
Oh, no.
Elcon and all.
Hey.
Ivo or Bill or I forgot the other one's name. Let go, please. That hurts. Stop. Ow. What did I do?
No. You feel the tight get, or the tight, the
You
grip.
feel the tight get grip.
You feel, I can't speak tonight. You feel the grip get tighter around your neck. It's on the back too, so it's not choking you, but you feel it get tighter. Roll me your last d6, please.
Last D6!
You rolled a 6.
Thank
As you start squirming, I presume, right? As you do, he loosens his grip a little bit, and you're able to kind of turn around. You see nothing. It is invisible except where you think his chest would be is the Order of the Gargoyle, shining bright green.
Oh, no. Okay, at this point, I'm not shocked anymore.
You look down. El Khan is who has your wrist. You see El Khan, but he's bald. You see on the back of his head the symbol of the gargoyle, and it is glowing green.
Why does that make so much sense? I don't.
You hear this figure, "Don't fight."
Kyle, where are you?
Joe, you're fighting two invisible things on your wing, and headed after Jack's decapitated head, I guess.
Well, as I hear that figure say, "Don't fight," I'm gonna be like,
Yeah.
I haven't done anything. I've listened to my guardian. Like, I haven't done a single thing.
So you're just you're calmly talking. All right, Joe, please roll a d6.
Oh God.
And Jack, please roll a d6.
Kyle, where'd you go?
Will you stop throwing dice at me? You rolled a. Oh God. You rolled a 1.
Oh, I've heard that noise before. That's not good at all.
Roll it here. Just roll there.
No.
There. Jack is having problems rolling dice. 3. Okay. Kyle. What do you do right now?
So out of Kyle's character, he's gonna be like, you know what? No. I've had enough. He's gonna take the Elcon that's holding by his hand.
Yep.
He's gonna grab the Elcon arm and slam the Elcon's head of the Mark of the Gargoyle into that shining Mark of the Gargoyle that's in front of him.
Okay. That means I get to roll d6.
Son of a...
God.
As you take the head and shove it into the emblem that you see kind of floating there, you see Elcon disappear. It looks like he disappears into the emblem. Both emblems disappear. You feel the grip release, and you fall to the ground.
Ugh.
As that happens, Joe, since you rolled a 1, both the weight that you feel on your wings pull you to the ground, and you feel them trying to tear off your wings.
Oh God.
Jack, you said you rolled a 3, correct?
Yep.
Alright. Joe, as you get taken to the ground, you look up and you see Hyde, aka Jekyll, turn around with Jack's head, realize what's going on, and goes, well, that's an unexpected turn. Pulls up the scalpel completely from the back of the head on Jack all the way up, opening Jack's head. He releases the scalpel, digs his hand into Jack's head, and pulls out what looks from your guys' vantage looks like a cross, but it's actually a silver Mark of the Gargoyle. Looks like a stake, but it's in the form of the Mark of the Gargoyle. He takes it after pulling. He dropped Jack's head. Jack is dead. Jack is done.
Poor Jack.
Bye, Jack.
No more flirting with Elvira.
No, bye, Jack.
No.
I am very proud that that's what you'll be sad to miss.
Yeah.
Alright, as that happens, Jekyll pulls out the stake and darts directly towards Kyle, not Joe. Kyle, what are you doing? Thank you.
So I see that he's charging at me, right?
Yes, very, very quickly, so you have very little...
So, do I have my relic?
Do you have your what? Your relic?
Yeah.
Roll me a d6.
because I don't know if it disappeared when Dean morphed, but he did demorph. Is that 4?
You do have what you think is your relic around your neck.
Well, just out of instinct.
Yeah, it looks like your relic. It looks it looks like your relic at a glance.
Out of instinct, he's gonna go, I don't know if I'm ready for this, but it's dual relic unleashed.
Literally, as you start to morph, roll me one more, please.
As soon as like he starts to punch forward and he sees it's not working, he's gonna be like, "Oh no, not again."
Ooh, this is spicy.
5. That's not good.
I had a roll perfect 6.
No, you remember Kyle is 1 through 3.
Oh no.
Oh, buddy.
I love that everybody's like, "Oh." It's the response I wanted. As you start to morph, you feel torn.
That is not the descriptive word I was hoping for.
As you punch, you feel your arm completely being ripped off, all your skin ripped off the bone.
Oh.
It feels like you're literally being torn apart, like from the inside out. Your right arm is gone, Kyle.
Well, I've been in enough pain today, so this kind of doesn't hurt.
As you lose your arm, Jekyll hits you directly in the sternum with the Order of the Gargoyle.
So I'm assuming right above the bobble.
No, he hits the bobble.
Ooh. Bobble.
As he hits the bobble, it doesn't pierce the bobble, it hits, and the bobble changes color again. This time it's green and shines really bright. As it shines... Oh, go ahead.
As he does that, can I grab his arm and pull him in closer to me?
You want to pull his arm?
Yeah, pull him in closer to me.
Roll me a d6. You're using one arm, keep in mind.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm going to step forward as I'm doing it as well.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because I want to get as close as I can to him.
Alright, 6. Alright, you're able to pull him in. As you do, you hear him, because you pull him in and his head's right next to your ear. He yells, "Now! Combine!" You feel hit the back of you. At the same time that he pulls there, your ear's ringing a little bit because he yells. I'm not going to yell. But you feel something hit the back of you. And the bobble, again, changes color. Now, it is pure red. And it's brighter than the green was. As this happens, you feel empowered. But now, you have 2 other voices in your head. Hello? Kyle, can you hear me?
Not, like, I'm still holding on to Jekyll. In my head...
This is in your head. This conversation is going to be in your head.
In my head, I'm going to be like, who's there?
Oh, just 2 brothers. But this is our body now.
Come again?
You feel a sharp pain all over your body. I told you this is our body now. And you feel a tightness.
Now, in body...
1 second, Kyle.
Stump in the chat said, "It's okay. You can still play Def Leppard drum solos."
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, shit. That was too funny to pass up.
Oh, no, you're all good.
Alright, continue. Sorry. Timeout revoked.
So, as he shouts and as I feel that hit, I'm just going to be like, I'm still in control for a few more seconds, so I got to do this. I'm going to try to channel all the power of the dual relic with me.
Okay.
DNA am I? I'm gonna try to self-destruct.
Excuse. Go.
Roll me a d6.
Come on, 6. Give me a 6.
Roll me another d6, Dean.
That was a very threatening Dean.
Well, this is going on. I'm hoping.
One.
Another 6. Alright. Kyle, you're going to be able to self-destruct. I will let you know this right now. But, Dean, as you're running, you feel another sharp pain in your chest, and you feel like you've lost complete feeling in your right arm. I'm talking to Dean now. As this is happening, Dean, I'll give you a second to just give me one more second. I'll give you a second to respond. Joe, roll me a d6.
Oh no. Oh shit. Oh god.
Okay, a 2.
Yeah.
God damn it. All right. So, Dean, go ahead and react. You feel, like I said, you feel sharp pain, and you feel like your arm is like numb.
So as he's sprinting down the hall, he goes, "Don't worry, Kyle. I'm coming."
Jason, you see this. You're right behind him.
Dean, what's wrong?
He's gone.
Who's gone?
Kyle.
Oh no, he's not. And that's. Okay, can I just stop the voice? Can I stop doing the fist? Can I?
You're fine. You're fine. That was amazing.
I can't be serious. Like, it was good for last week's episode, but I can't be serious with that.
You are perfectly fine.
Okay.
You're demorphed. Well, you're not demorphed. You're out of battleizer at the moment.
I am out of battleizer?
Because you've been running, yes.
And you're glowing.
Yeah, you're also bright, cracky, glowing. Blah.
Dean, I'm not going to let that happen. Let's go now. And at that moment, in response, I'm going to start channeling my lightning to perform Godspeed.
Okay. Roll me 2d6.
And my destination, so I'm not aimlessly darting through the castle, I am going to go, since before all this happened, remembering what was in the various rooms, I'm going to do Power of Deduction. If you want me to make a knowledge roll to figure out like what rooms we haven't been to yet, I will do that.
What room are you wanting to go to? Without, because you would not have the knowledge that they had went to that room.
But I know that. But I do know that there was no one in the well, there was a body in the dining room, right?
There was, yes. You would see. I will give you the. You would see the blood footsteps in the dining room leading into the hallway. Up one pair upstairs and one pair away the other way into the invisible lab.
Okay, so I will have the knowledge of being able to pick which path to take. Well, not which path to take, but I know that there are paths that I can
to
take.
follow. Yeah, you will have the knowledge to follow. Yes.
I will make the right turn.
Okay, so you're gonna go up the stairs.
Yes.
All right, roll me 2d6 to see if this succeeds.
6 and 5.
All right, that will succeed. Are you grabbing Dean?
Yes, I am. I'm going to like throw him on my back and like hold him like a child, and then perform Godspeed.
All right, as you throw him on your back and head through. Since you're in Godspeed, you would see this, but you wouldn't be able to stop or react. Ryan, you would see a streak of lightning as you're heading down the stairs, because you're still. This would be back a little bit, but you would see. You would be at the bottom of the stairs, heading to the invisible laboratory with someone invisible, and you would see a flash of lightning go through. yeah. And Jason and Dean, you guys would see Ryan. Basically, it looks like he's being pulled into the laboratory, but you wouldn't be able to react to stop because you're in Godspeed. All right, you make it to the room. We're gonna rewind about 5 seconds there.
Yeah.
All right, Joe, you did roll a 2, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. You have 2 It feels like beings on the back trying to rip out your wings. Kyle, you have initiated self-destruct. Roll me a single d6, please. Kyle.
Oh, did I
5.
crash?
Okay. Now, since you rolled a 5, roll me 5d6.
While this is going on,
I don't like
Yes.
this.
I'm hoping other people are morphed, and I'm just gonna say, guys, you need to get up here now. Something's happening.
Everybody would hear this except for Ryan,
Okay.
Elvira included.
Ooh, yay.
Okay, as in response to that, while he's making his rolls and calculating the numbers, in response to that, as we stop in front of the room, I hear Joe say, "Get down here." We need. I'm going to respond in the helmet. Where are you? I can't. Where are you, Joe?
If you get to that door, the door is open. The door's been busted.
Yeah.
So you would see everything happening.
Oh wait, that's the door to the invisible lab.
Oh, you mean? I thought you went upstairs. That's what we're saying. You went upstairs.
Upstairs was invisible lab. I thought the other path was the invisible lab.
Left was invisible lab. Right was upstairs to the room.
Yeah. Which room is this again? Because this was last week, man, and didn't have any pertinence.
No, you're good. They're in Kyle and Dean's room.
Okay, so we're in Kyle and Dean's room.
Yeah, you're at the doorway to Kyle and Dean's room. The door is broken off. Somebody had already Jasoned it.
Okay. So right now I would see Kyle about to self-destruct.
Well, you see him, and he's held, and Hyde is in front of him.
Oh man. Okay. I'm about to do.
The only thing you would see of Kyle is his face, because Hyde's held to him.
Oh shit! I'm going to. Oh boy, this is terrible. Dean, I don't think Kyle's dead yet.
He's gone. Trust me. I know.
You better get
gotta
your
get
brother.
outta here.
As he's talking, I'm going to talk through him. You better get your brother now.
Are you tossing him?
Yeah.
Alright, roll me it. Oh, go ahead.
As I'm throwing him, with this, I don't know what this light is doing to me. I don't know if it's giving me extra power, but I'm going to start channeling an amicable amount of lightning, DM. Let me just say that, so I don't accidentally kill Dean.
Okay.
All I can imagine right now is he chucks him towards Kyle, and then in the slow motion action, I can just hear the voiceover of, "In order to win, the two must be together. In order to win,"
Basically.
flying through the air. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay.
As the lightning's being channeled, I'm going to. Jason is going to shout, "Lightning howitzer!" And so
Ooh, I like that.
as he's being thrown, Dean is going to start to spin in a cyclonic formation, and I'm aiming at Hyde.
That was a perfect spiral. Roll me 2d6.
Double lightning bolt.
Nice. Okay, Dean, roll me 2d6.
Seven.
So, okay. You do spiral through, and where did you say you were aiming him to?
I was aiming him at Hyde.
At Hyde?
Yeah.
Okay. He does fully spiral, electrically charged. You do adequately charge him and not overcharge him. He hits Hyde. You hear Hyde scream out in pain. As you do, he hits him. Hyde and completely shatters body parts everywhere. Dean does not stop, though. As Dean goes through Hyde, he hits the bauble. Dean is completely absorbed into the bauble. The bauble literally changes color into 2 different blue tints. And what was your roll, Kyle, with your 5d6? 52? 20?
7. You said 2d6.
5d6!
Oh, the 5. I'm sorry, 23.
Okay, I'm like, how'd you get 52?
My bad.
Skills.
My bad.
You don't have to question. Just accept it.
As that happens, you hit, there is a bright and big explosion. throughout the room. Joe, roll me a d6. Jason, roll me a d6, please.
And I didn't want the explosion to kill anyone. Come on.
5.
Alright, 4, 5. Okay. Both of you see this happen. Joe, as the big bang happens and the flash, Jason, you're thrown out the door and against the wall. Joe, you feel the two beings on your back completely disintegrated, and you are thrown and land on Jason. As you land on Jason, you right? As soon as you touch Jason, the light overwhelms you.
Okay.
Joe, you see nothing but green light. Jason, you have just exploded, but standing where you were is you. But you are a mechanical gargoyle.
Mick, fucking excuse me?
Standing in front of you, Joe, is a 12-foot tall green and silver, or green and not silver, green and black mechanical gargoyle with the Order of the Gargoyle still on his chest.
Timeout, Chief. So,
Yes.
in this form, am I still Jason, or am I a completely different entity?
You are still Jason. You have all your memories, different form.
Okay, as Joe...
And you see Joe in front of you. Joe is in a battleizer. She looks completely different. At this moment, before you have time to react, we're jumping to Elvira real quick.
Oh my God.
Buddy.
Elvira, you hear this. You hear them, hey, we here, so on and so forth. You are still talking to Van Helsing. We're rewinding time a little bit. But you're talking to Van Helsing. He has just shown you the video of the test tube. Do you have anything to say?
Since you rewound time, have I heard the help signal?
Not yet. You will soon. I will let you know.
Okay. She's going to say, although this has been a very interesting cinematic experience, might I suggest the classics? Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna go find my friends.
Van Helsing reaches forward and grabs you by your wrist and goes, and he hits the wrist with the sword, and he grabs it. And he goes, please, whatever you do, make sure you kill it. It. As he says it the second time, he squeezes your wrist and pulls you into him.
Oh.
Making you stab him with your sword.
Ouch.
Now drink.
She says, I've never really eaten on a full stomach before, and then she's gonna yank off her helmet and bite into it.
Are you going to channel the sword as well?
Yeah.
I see Ryan.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. As you do this, you basically drain completely Van Helsing, and he falls to the ground as a husk. You have completely drained all of Van Helsing's energy, power, and blood.
Hello, gang. I am a murderer.
At this point, you hear the call for help.
Alright, I'm going to attempt to leave because, as I remember or recall, I was locked in the barn.
The doors have opened up, and you hear, as you hear, wait!
I'm gonna take a look around, see what made the noise.
Come on, Devin.
No,
Devin.
I could not hear you, Elvira. Please.
I said I'm gonna look around for whatever made the noise.
Okay. Stumbling out of one of the stalls I love everybody. I just wanted to take in this. Stumbling out of one of the stalls is what looks like a naked human.
Adult human, kid human, you gotta be...
Adult human.
Okay.
Sorry, male.
Okay, thank you. I was like, wait, there's a lot of ways this would happen, and I need details.
Okay. What do you say, Elvira?
Are you okay? Also, why are you naked?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Is there a blanket or some form of cloth I could throw over the naked human?
There's straw, hay. I'm sure there's like blankets around if you want to grab one fairly.
Okay, I'm gonna grab a towel and I'm gonna put it around him, and I'm gonna be like, we're kind of in a hurry. What's your name?
Do you... And he shakes his head. I've been around too long for this. You should know your best friend.
I'm sorry.
It's me, Gitmo.
Okay, as soon as she says Gitmo, no touch. You're going to grab Gitmo by the arm and start flying away with him.
Gitmo has a penis?
Oh God.
Are you gonna try to fly out of the bar?
Oh, unless if you're changing something, you said I don't have to try, I just do.
Josh?
Well, you're in a barn right now.
Mm-hmm.
One more timeout. This will be the last one for a minute. Okay, so for people that mind you, this is my Facebook crowd, the Facebook audience. They don't know who Gitmo is. For y'all who don't know who Gitmo is, this is why we're surprised. This is what we have been led to believe is Gitmo this entire season. 25 episodes of that. And then we come to find out that this blue little Muppet has a dongus. He has a sensu bean.
No, the sensu bean revived the house.
I like using the phrase unironically.
Yes.
Alright. I'm done. Chief is backing up now.
So are you flying around in the barn or are you flying out of the...
Flying out of the barn.
Okay. Since you're able to fly and Gitmo is like doesn't know what to do, he's kind of squirming, and then out of like he's kind of screaming, and you hear his voice change and it drops an octave, and his voice sounds like this, and he's like, hey, I don't know. And you're flying around with him. I assume you go above the castle?
Yeah. So we can try and figure out where that SOS came from.
As you're flying around with Gitmo, Gitmo goes, it's not just me in here!
Like a Kyle Dean situation, or...
This little freaking green thing! Ah! And you guys can all thank Ryan for rolling a d20 for this. Gitmo has been fused with Devin.
Oh.
Bingo!
So he is part Furby?
Yes.
He's a gizzy.
TM.
Okay. Can I tell where the SOS came from?
In the house. That you know it was in your helmet. So
We're gonna...
oh, go ahead.
We're gonna fly into the house then. I'm gonna get close, and I'm gonna place him down on his feet, and I'm gonna be like, okay, we gotta go, but we'll talk about this, I swear.
Where did you place him?
As I'm flying towards the door, and I just make sure he's got his feet on the ground a little bit. I mean, a little bit off of the door.
Kitchen entrance, back entrance, or front entrance?
Whichever one I was closest to.
Well, you said you flew out the door and went straight up, so you would have been in the center of the castle, so it's your choice.
Well, front entrance then.
Alright. As you set him at the front entrance and go in the door, you open the door, and as you open the door, you see Ryan being pulled into the invisible lab. Ryan, as you're being pulled, you see Elvira. Roll me a d6.
Who?
Ryan.
Okay.
All right, Ryan. As you get pulled, you see Elvira. Both of you black out,
Oh.
and both of you are now in the werewolf realm.
We just conk out.
Ryan, there you
Yeah.
go.
Okay. Aha.
She's just kind of looking around. She doesn't even really know what's going on. She's like, "This is spooky."
Yeah, it's kind of hard to get used to when you first get here.
Where is here exactly?
I'm calling this the werewolf realm. I mean, I've seen my grandfather, my father, my mother's been in here. Anyway, I don't know what's going on or what's happening, but I have to say something before if things go awry or if I don't get another chance. You have been amazing to me this entire time, and I could not thank you enough for anything and everything that you've done. And I mean, you bit me and you gave me strength in a life that I could never repay, and for that I thank you so much. And I don't know what's about to happen, but I feel like this is kind of a bad time to tell you that I love you, but I don't know what's about to happen, but I needed to tell you anyway. I needed to tell you.
Elvira very calmly takes her helmet off, so you can see all of her facial features in her hair and stuff. And she walks up. Oh.
Wait a sec. As you take your helmet off, Ryan, you see Elvira's face has changed. Her fangs are completely out. And it looks like there is veins. It looks like it's like an overpowered of energy. You see veins running through her face. Continue, Elvira.
She's just going to walk up very tenderly to Ryan. She's going to place her arms around him, and she's going to start flying up because she's still morphed. That's why she's got the helmet and stuff. And after they've gotten a few feet up in the air, she's going to be like, "I'm glad you finally realized for yourself." And then, assuming her fangs don't get in the way, she's going to give him a kiss.
Both of you roll me a d6.
But she doesn't know her fangs are out at this point.
Oh, this some shit. Oh no.
Wow, the irony.
Hey.
Oh boy.
The kiss is safe.
I hope it is.
But as you're in the air, Ryan, you get a funny feeling.
Uh-oh. Awkward
Is
time for
this
a boner.
puberty?
Werewolf puberty.
What the fuck fell?
Ryan, you get this funny feeling. You're hovering in the air with Elvira. Elvira, roll me one more d6.
Haha. You guys don't understand. 2 good rolls for me. I'm excited.
I apologize, it was not good enough.
Ooh.
Elvira,
Surprised me, but
you take a single spike directly through your back.
Oh damn.
wait, does it hit where my heart would be?
Slightly to the right.
Okay. I was
But
holding
you
Ryan
feel-
like this. Does it also stab him?
Ryan, roll me a d6. It wasn't going to, but thanks for asking.
I have to. It's legit.
You're fine. Ryan, you're safe. You're feeling you pull back just enough that you see the tip of... You've seen this piercing before, this weapon. You look over Elvira's shoulder and see Drac. But you know, Ryan,
It's not.
it is actually Elvira's mother it thing.
Am I able to maintain flight, or do we just drop out of the sky like a couple of birds?
You aren't able to maintain flight, but this thing, your mother, you won't know this yet, but is holding you up. Ryan, you fall.
As
You're
he
able to land
falls-
on your feet. You're able to land on your feet.
As he falls, Elvira's gonna reach a hand out for him.
Ryan, what do you do?
I'll reach up for her.
Both of you roll me d6. If you match your dice roll, you catch him.
Can I use my agility here or no?
Yes.
Oh,
You
wow.
better.
Bar high.
I was gonna say no.
Whoa!
Is that 6 with the agility?
Yes.
So you rolled a 4.
No, I rolled a 5 plus my agility, which is 1.
You have 2.
Your agility is 2. I will let it happen. Elvira, you catch Ryan. Just because Ryan was like, wait, what? Yeah, remember whenever
so
we
excited he forgot how to math for a moment. It's
remember
okay.
whenever we did the little thing, it's 2 now.
it's
Everybody's
just
got 2.
not on my sheet. Yeah.
You're fine. You're fine. That's I understand. Because I miss it a lot of times too. Okay, so you're able to catch him. As you do, it pulls on you, and you feel basically the weapon pull up on you a little bit.
And as she's got him in his hands, or in her hands,
Yeah.
and the weapon starting to rise up through her, she's like, "Don't worry, I'll shrug this off. Keep our family safe." And then she's gonna let you go.
Okay.
All right, Ryan, are you drop it? You drop it to the ground.
Yeah, but
Alright.
on my way down, I would like to summon my armament
Okay.
and, like, in a heroic fashion, like, double barrel up into Elvira's mother.
Let me hear it.
Okay, so Lyko's relic armaments, Lyko's battle blasters,
Meow.
and then I want to double barrel shot her as I'm falling down.
Her or her arm?
Oh, because it's outstretched, right?
Mm-hmm. And it's Drac. It looks like Drac.
Yeah, no, the arm.
Alright, as I had to. As you fire, roll me 3d6 plus 2, please.
3d6 plus 2.
Yep.
I was like, him or I? I figured I was pretty much immobilized with, the spear of truth and all that. good
You roll more than a 5, call it, because that's all I roll.
Yeah, I have an 10 actually.
Okay. You are able to fire. As you do, it knocks. I'm just going to call this the it. The it. As not follow the TM. The weapon breaks off, and you see it recoil its arm. Elvira, you fall to the ground. The weapon is still in you.
Can I try to catch her?
Roll a d6.
Plus agility.
Yeah.
Plus agility would be a 7.
Okay. You are able to catch Elvira. As you do, I don't know why I said Elvira like that.
Like a swear word. I'm a little offended.
As you catch Elvira, the weapon does fall out of her. And as soon as it does, Elvira, you heal. But you feel a little bit weaker now. Not bloodthirsty, weaker.
I'd like to imagine she coughs up just a tiny bit of blood upon being caught.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna say, "That's the first time it's ever gone the other way."
Are you okay?
I feel kind of tired, but in like an exhausted kind of way. Like my strength is flowing away from me.
God damn.
I'm just glad you're okay. But we have a big problem.
A big problem other than the giant spear through my chest, or
Ryan, roll me d6.
4.
Elvira, roll me a d6.
I've rolled too many good ones. Here it comes. Oh, look at that.
Rolling high wasn't good this time. Ryan! As all that goes through, you flash out. You come back too. You are out of the werewolf realm. Elvira, you are still in the werewolf realm.
Oh no.
So he just kind of poofs out of existence,
Yep.
and I was in his arms. So I picture me falling to the ground like a good foot or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna look around for whatever stabbed me.
As you turn around, you see Drac staring at you with it looks like a few fingers are missing, basically.
gonna look at him real hard for a moment and be like, "Was it you?"
Was what?
The one that stabbed me. Please don't make me add stupid to your list of amazing qualities.
Well, who else would it be? As you guys are talking, the werewolf is starting to apart.
Okay, she's going to...
Put me back in there. Put me back in
She's
there.
had her weapon, unless if it demanifests or whatever. She's gonna go all-out attack on... Well, it doesn't have a pronoun. It, I guess. She's gonna put all 100 of her bloodthirst into this stab.
Alright.
And is gonna fly as quickly as possible at her.
First, roll me, roll me 2d6. And I wasn't expecting to have to roll this soon.
Wow. There it is.
4. You're able to dart forward.
Oh my god.
That was a lot of dice roll.
I told you.
I think that was the all 14.
Yeah.
Well,
Here
I
it comes.
guess.
Here it comes.
I have to math, sorry.
If the DM has to math,
Wait.
we'll be down for 24
You
to
said I
48
was
hours.
coursing with power. Was there more than 100% to throw into this bloodlust?
Since you used 100%, I will let you know.
Okay, because if there was more, the intention was to throw everything into it. However, if there was more and I didn't know as a player.
No, you are fine.
you know
I
about
got you. So that's... Alright, as you dart forward, I know you have it, and I'm going to go outside the game. Andrew, grab 3 D20s and roll them for me.
Oh shit, you would.
Okay. Okay, this shit's about to get real.
3 nat 20s. Boom. Here we go.
I swear to God.
Okay, there's a 20, and there's a 20.
Yes.
18, 18, and 15.
Whoa!
I don't know if you want them all together or individually, but those are the numbers.
1 second. 18, what?
Yeah.
18, 18, and 20?
No, 18, 18, and 15.
And 50? I've got to add one more thing to it. Okay. Elvira, as you dart forward, you catch this it off guard and deal 255 damage to this thing.
Excuse me!
What?
What?
He had a multiplier of 5 that I rolled.
Wow.
Good shit.
As you do, you stab this thing directly, or where are you stabbing?
I was just gonna go for a body shot. Something that would be harder to avoid.
As you stab it directly in the chest, where you would think the heart is, it stands there, looks you directly in the face, and bends your sword. Thank you, daughter. And you both disappear from the werewolf. As you come back to, we're gonna take a slight pause. Ryan, you come back before Elvira does, and there's a slight, like, Elvira is standing in the doorway, just like motionless. What are you doing?
Am I still being dragged by the invisible corpse?
Yeah, he has your wrist. You're being pulled now.
I'm going to try to like shake his arm, off. I'm gonna shake his arm off, and I'm gonna run towards Elvira.
Roll me a d6 to shake his arm.
4.
You were able to shake loose, and you run over to Elvira. Elvira comes to at about that point. And as she comes to, her sword appears in her hand, completely bent.
I just threw all 100 of the bloodlust in there. Does that still apply now that we're out of the dream world?
Roll me a
need to know.
d6, please.
I just need to know for the accuracy. Haha.
As you come to, you only see red. Ryan looks like a giant slab of meat.
So as you're running towards Elvira, she's actually going to get down on all fours. The fangs were already out before, but now she's got like blood-crazed wild eyes. And she's actually going to jump at you.
Ryan, what are you doing?
I'm gonna try to catch her.
Are you going to defend yourself or just try to catch her?
I'm gonna try to catch her because I've seen this before and I know what's happening. So I'm gonna try to catch her and get into a position where I can give her some of my blood.
Elvira, roll me 3d6. Ryan, roll me 1.
Oh, you would ask
Plus
for
agility?
a third.
No. 5.
I rolled a 7 on 3 dice.
Ouch.
Ryan, as you are able to catch her.
Oh no, I lied. Sorry, it was a 6 on 3 dice.
That is still fine. The purpose was for you to beat Ryan. If Ryan didn't beat you, it would have been funny. Or if he did. Ryan, you're able to catch her. As you do, Elvira, you take a giant chunk out of Ryan's neck. Ryan, you are now bleeding everywhere.
Oh shit.
Am I not morphed anymore? No, I'm not, am I?
No.
Yeah.
We're jumping upstairs real quick. This is gonna. I was say This is gonna be fun.
Am I not morphed anymore?
We're jumping
No.
upstairs real quick. Jason,
So,
you are now Mecha Gargoyle. Jason.
okay, I changed the name. Can we call myself Garganus?
Yeah,
I'm joking.
that is perfectly fine.
I saw my giant mecha gargoyle.
Yes, Joe, you see this Mecha Gargoyle after this big flash. What are you two doing?
What's up?
I'm inspecting I'm inspecting myself, and then I'm going to look up. Well, look down. Is she in midair or is she on the ground?
She would be about the same size as you now, because she is angelic.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So as I'm looking down, I'm gonna look up, and we're matching heights. I think this is what I'm meant to be. I think my destiny was to become this avatar. The avatar of creation itself.
Joe, stone face.
As she continues to stare, I'm going to crank my gears.
You have your hands look like this now.
So they're like
no pinky.
Nope. Oh, okay. That's weird. Weird flex, but all right. While she's standing there in shock, I'm going to make eye contact with her. As much as I would like to sit here and talk about what just happened, we need to go find everybody else.
I agree. Let's go.
And at this moment, Joe, and I'm DM. I'm finally. This is a character development.
Okay.
And Joe, as you are standing there and listening, you realize that there's something different about my voice. It feels complete. It's Jason's real voice.
Woo!
Wow.
Alright. Kyle, roll me a d6. Six. Alright. As all of this happens, you blew up. There's a bunch of smoke around you, and you can't really see through it, and you can't see yourself. You feel comes back, and Kyle and Dean are in one head again. What are you doing?
Repeat that. You were chopping up on my end. Sorry.
I know somebody's messaging me. That's why. Kyle and Dean are in one head again, and you're in a fog. You can't see nothing.
It's back. No duh, idiot. Jesus, when'd you get back up there? I don't know. Jason threw me, and now done. I'm here. Well, good to have you back, buddy. Yeah, I love you too. What'd you just say? Don't tell anyone I said that.
As this is going in, the smoke clears, and you see Joe in full Battleizer angelic form. You see Jason in gargoyle, looking like a dang mechanical gargoyle. Jason and Joe. Joe, you're still facing Jason, right?
Yeah.
All right, Joe, you don't see this, but Jason, you do.
That?
The half and half.
Whoa. Where I'm standing, I'm legit half and half.
Exactly what this picture looks like.
Oh,
So both sides
Hi.
are...
Both sides are out. With the monkey feet.
Wow.
So, the Kyle Dean, they're normal height, right?
This one is, this would be the same height as D. Probably about 11 foot.
So about our height.
Yeah, slightly short. Not much though.
Well, buddy, I guess everybody's beginning to see their true potential.
whoa. Did you guys die too?
No, we didn't die, but guess what?
Jason?
Yeah.
Your voice kind of sounds...
Yep. I don't know what's going on. There's no more twitches, itches. I think this is my real voice.
Not...
He's a real boy.
I'm a real boy.
Oh boy!
Did all three of us do it at the same time?
And you're looking like an Arnold Palmer there, bud. A little bit of half and half.
Well, that's new.
I would like to stand here and clarify that we three are okay, but where's Ryan and Elvira?
The house shakes.
Good
Maybe
question.
that's them.
The whole castle decides to shake.
Yeah, I think we need to get a move on it. On my way up here, whenever me and, Dean, that guy's, you, together, Dean.
Kyle.
Okay,
Hang
Kyle,
on.
Okay.
Oh, hey, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, whenever
He's back up here.
I can tell now. But, on my way up here, whenever I was carrying you, there was footsteps heading to the lab. I remember that. Now we need to go. Now!
You got it, B. I'm just gonna start charging.
And then I guess like a fighter jet just... Do
Do all three of you go to head down the stairs?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
You
Yeah,
all three... Oh, go ahead, Joe.
On my way down, I'm just gonna go. Ryan, Elvira, where are you?
Ryan, you have no voice. Elvira, your blood
My
crate.
helmet on.
I know we're a helmet.
Nope. So you guys don't hear nothing. You guys get to the top of the stairs, and you see, at this moment, you see Elvira literally feasting on Ryan's neck. Before
She
you
would
guys
look
are
like crack whore after 3 days, kind of crazy.
Yeah.
as you three see this from the top of the stairs, the castle starts to shake again. Please, you three, roll me 2d6.
5 and a 4.
Oh, buddy.
7.
5 and a 4.
9, 7, 9. Alright. As this happens, you are all able to stay at the top of the stairs and not fall. But you literally... It feels like the castle had shifted. You don't feel quite upright. Ryan and Elvira, you both feel this too, but Ryan, you're a little dizzy. And Elvira, you're still blood hungry. Not as much. You've gained a little bit of your faculties back.
I sure hope so.
And all 5 of you here on the walls. Oh no, White Ranger fell. You didn't hear that part.
That was beautiful.
You hear knocking randomly around the house or castle.
Guys, what's going on? Elcon, is that you? Because remember,
Damien?
Jason doesn't know that he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
No, Elcon's dead. Explain later.
Okay, real quick.
Yep. Okay.
As Jason finds out that his hillbilly best friend, his little partner, is dead. Can this machine feel? Am I still like a human?
Yes.
And a natural surge of rage begins to circulate through my circuits.
Yep. Steam
So
starts pouring out of your back, out of your wings.
As soon as Kyle finishes that sentence, he's gonna go,
I forgot I had
look at
wings!"
Jason.
Do what, Kyle?
As Kyle finishes that sentence, he realizes what he just said and who he said it to. He's gonna go, uh-oh.
Okay, God, okay, for effect I would like to do it, but I'm not going to scream into the mic.
Okay.
But at that moment, he's just going to like clutch his fist, have his head held down, and just scream Elcon's name, and then just shout into the void, I'm going to kill whoever did this to him, and then I'm going to grab Kyle Dean by the shoulders and start squeezing. Who did it?
I don't know, I found him like that. Dean, take over, for the love of God, this hurts.
As you... No, Kyle, you cannot feel that. Mm-hmm. As you start to do this, it doesn't bend your armor or nothing. Jason, you're really strong, but this armor is impenetrable. It's relic armor.
Okay, let me take that back.
All of you are now made of relic armor, battleizer forms, basically.
I'm going to let go. You're right. My anger is misdirected. I'm sorry. Whatever is making this sound within the walls, it must be who's behind this. I will find his murderer and I will avenge him!
As you say that, both the front doors fly open.
And this is where we make our last stand! Hunters, unite! Relic armaments, appear!
Meow.
Never mind you, Ryan. You more.
I was gonna say Ryan's still not morphed and dying.
Well, I know.
But
Lyra
yes.
is currently feasting down on boyfriend soup right now.
Yes, but that is Jason. Yeah, that rings out throughout the halls. The house, as the door opens, will you three please roll me d6s? Ryan, roll me a d6, please, separate from the rolls. 6.
Me too?
By the
Yes,
way,
please, Joe.
I had a
Right,
plan.
five.
I had a plan for what was happening after I said that. By the way, I know he was still, dying and whatnot.
I'm sorry. So you three see beyond this figure. After the doors open, you guys see out. There's a figure standing out there, and it looks like this figure is kind of hunched over a little bit. But beyond that, you can see the city. You can see Classic City, and it's kind of sideways. You can tell from where you guys are at, the castle is falling.
Oh.
As in the entire rock it's on is falling towards Classic City.
So I've got wings, but I can only carry one, so just remember that.
I believe everybody can fly at this point except for Kyle and Dean. And, well, Ryan's got different mode of transportation. He just doesn't know it yet.
So what I'm understanding is I'm pretty dumb and I forget a lot of things. So the castle was floating above the city.
Yes, miles above the city.
So now, as the doors fling open, we see it heading towards the city now. So it's like an asteroid heading towards the town.
Yep. And as the doors fling open, like I said, you saw this person, and you see this person looks like it's being carried in, just kind of slinking. And next to this person appears Drac, young Drac, holding the figure Elvira had saved earlier. So only Elvira. Yes, he is carrying Gitmo, aka Git Devin, Gitvin.
Gitvin, whatever.
Gitvin.
Gisby.
Gisby. It sounds like I'm throwing a frisbee. But as Drac carries Gitmo, I'm just gonna call him Gitmo, in, He drops him, looks over at Elvira, and goes, "Feast. You'll need it."
Just feast.
In response to that, I'm going to look over at Joe and Kyle. You take care of that, pointing at Elvira feasting on Ryan. And then,
Aw, I'm a that.
and then would I recognize this as a young Drac?
Yes.
At that moment, as I tell them that, I'm going to lock eyes with Drac. And it seems like emotion was completely devoid from my voice at this point.
Okay.
You know, Drac, I once thought you were a mentor. I once thought you as a friend. You raised me. And now you want your own daughter to kill an ally? What does this come to? You, Frank, the Order, you think this was all a big game, don't you?
Drac looks up at you and goes, "Game? No. Predestined? Yes. You are my creation." And Drac starts to malform, basically change, and in front of you now stands a very, very large, like basically almost as tall as the room, which is 50 foot high, keep in mind, gargoyle.
Cue epic battleground music. Alright, I've prepared for this moment. I have prepared for this showdown since episode 1. I'm about to have a protagonist monologue.
Go ahead, Jason.
I'm okay with protagonist monologue.
No matter what happens here today, no matter who lives or who dies, the Order will die today, and it will die with you, Drac! And at that moment, he says 50 foot high. I'm going to channel the rage and anger that I have felt from learning of not just Elkon's death, but everyone's death that I've had to experience, the pain, the grief, everything that I've had to withstand. I want to channel that into raw power and channel that through my steam vents and charge straight into the solar plexus of this giant behemoth to knock it through the castle, hopefully, and into the sky.
Will you please roll me a d6?
Yes.
Joe, will you please roll me a d6? Jason, you do not realize you go to rush. Joe, you are oblivious. You don't feel a presence behind you. But Joe, you feel a grip all of a sudden around your neck. Joe, roll me one more d6, please. Joe, you fall down the stairs, missing Kyle barely, and you are dead.
Dun, dun, motherfucking dun.
Behind you stands your childhood friend, and she says, "Distraction. That is how I will get my relic." And then she vanishes. I'm going to give everybody a moment.
Mama, no!
I am sorry, Joe. Your ones, I couldn't stop the one. I'm gonna let Trevor form himself for a second. Ryan and Elvira, Ryan, will you please roll me a d6? And Kyle, you as well. And Elvira, please roll me a d6.
Shoot.
Kyle, since you rolled the highest, what are you doing? You do not realize. Well, you would see Jason charge. You would see Joe roll lifeless next to you, down the stairs. And Jason has already told you to go after Ryan and what are you doing?
Well, do I know 100% for a fact that Joe's dead?
Her body fell lifeless down the stairs, basically like a ragdoll. Yes, Jason.
Does Jason notice this?
Roll me a d6 to see.
Sorry.
You're fine. Jason would notice Joe's body rolled down the stairs as he's charging. Yes, you would notice.
Okay, in response to that, Jason's going to halt midair and go back to her body.
Okay.
Well, since he's doing that, I'm gonna still go towards Ryan and
You're gonna what?
go towards Ryan and Elvira.
Okay. As you go towards Ryan and Elvira, Joe, will you roll me a d6, please? This is for something after death. 2. That is enough. As long as you didn't roll another 1. Kyle, as you go past, you were able, and Elvira, Ryan and Elvira, and what are you doing?
So I see the whole situation. So I'm gonna immediately put pressure on the neck wound. Just kind of
wait.
Well, Elvira's still there, chewing.
I was about to say, if he was running over,
Oh.
do I have my senses back yet?
Slightly, yes.
Slightly? Okay. I'm gonna jump at Dean.
Alright. Dean, roll me a d6. Elvira, roll me a d6.
Because a new source of blood has just rolled in. Ha! What a great time.
You jump. Kyle, you have a free opportunity to do whatever the heck you want.
Snap her neck, she's a monster.
In this new armor, can I see the invisible person?
There is no invisible person around.
Not the one that was dragging Ryan that he just wiggled free from? Okay, well, as Elvira lunges at me, I'm gonna try to maneuver myself in a way where I can grab her by the back, essentially from the shirt and pants.
Okay.
Swing and I'm just gonna go chew on this, and I'm gonna throw it at it.
Oh, at the giant gargoyle?
Yeah.
Alright. Elvira, as you fly through the air, you roll low. As you fly through the air at this gargoyle, you have enough of your faculty back to smell and sense this gargoyle does run on blood.
Oh, yes.
Alright, I'm gonna jump Jason.
Yeah.
As you get to Joe's body, since Joe did roll high enough, I will allow you, if you want to give up your current form, aka demorph. It won't completely change your form, but I will allow you to do something with your electrical ability.
Josh, don't do this to me. Don't give me this hope. But yeah, okay, yeah, I'll demorph it.
Alright. As you demorph, basically all of the metal falls off of you, and you now look like a regular gargoyle. You're still powerful, more powerful than normal, but you look like Mike Jen. Mike Jen. Jen the Gargoyle. My bad. Alright, as you do, the electricity that comes off as the armor basically dissipates from you. Not completely gone. The armor does surround Joe's body. As it does, everybody in the party is now empowered, and Joe is now put to rest.
Oh.
Everybody gets 2d6 on all of their rolls from here on out.
Does Joe, before the armor completely encompasses her, does she still have her relic?
Have her what? You cut on that last word.
Her relic.
Yes, the relic is on her. Do you want to attempt to take it?
Yeah, as I'm about to attempt to take it, I told you we're going to finish this together, and we are going to. Like, through tears and all, I'm going to try to take...
You're good. Roll me a d6, please. Alright. You are able to take Joe's relic. As you do, a bright light starts to shine. As it does, it shoots directly at Elvira's mother, the giant gargoyle, shrinking it down to about 20 feet tall.
And when the armor fully encases her, fuck, every time I'm trying to talk, I keep wanting to fucking bust out crying. God damn it.
It's all good, man.
While I'm holding her relic in my hand, I'm going to attempt the impossible, and hopefully something happens. If not, whatever. After I say, I told you we're going to finish this together, and we will, I'm going to hold her relic outward. Phantom Relic Unleashed!
As you shout Phantom Relic Unleashed, the entire castle becomes encased in a basically in what you hear music running through the halls of the castle, and you feel the castle steady.
So
you have saved the castle by attempting to morph with the relic. You do not morph, but you have saved the castle. The falling has stopped. And you have saved Classic City at least from the castle.
So is the relic still in my hand? Does it shoot into my buckler? Does it disappear, or is it?
It disappears, and the image is now embedded on we're going to call it the coffin that Joe is now encased in. As the coffin raises and starts to float out the door, the rear door.
So Dean is the only one that's lucid. Ryan is still down. Elvira was thrown at the gargoyle.
Yep, Elvira is flying at the now 20-foot tall gargoyle.
Now, earlier, whenever I was in full mechanized gargoyle form, are my gauntlets still on me, or whenever I got that new form, did they transform into a different weapon?
You had not summoned your weapons yet.
Okay, so whenever I shouted Relic Armaments Unleashed, it did not work.
Not that you noticed. We'll put it that way.
I'm going to,
You do still have your relic in your buckler. And you notice that the nuclear relic is in your buckler as well now.
I'm going to look over at Dean. Are you Dean or Kyle right now?
Both.
Technically, I'm both.
Both.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. They are. They're one of the Kyle, Dean, whatever happens today, just know, through the jokes, through the anger and the sadness, you guys are my brothers, and I would never change that. And if we die, I'm glad to be dying with you. Now let's save Ryan and Elvira. I'm going to grab my buckler. Nuclear Relic Unleashed!
As you unleash the nuclear relic, not only does it transform you back into your powered up gargoyle self, your wings are no longer wings. They look like nuclear missiles. All right, I'm gonna before you
Yeah.
continue, I'm gonna jump to Ryan real quick. Ryan, roll me a d6.
6.
Okay. Kyle, you said after you threw Elvira, you went back to try to hold the wound.
Correct.
Okay. As you went to try to hold the wound, Ryan, you steady. You're able to, like I said, cover the wound enough, and you're kind of become like you're still here. You're not completely. You're dizzy, but you're still there.
Now I have a question for you then.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have bloodlust or bloodthirst or any, like, because now I'm depleted, and now I, like, both sides I'm kind of questioning what's going on here.
Roll me a d6, please.
Oh, wait, we get 2 d6s, right?
So as Kyle is holding your wound, and Elvira is flying at the large gargoyle, you feel a presence around you, Ryan,
Okay.
and you hear in your ear, "Just move on. Do your job and move on."
From what?
Since you are unmorphed, out of your pockets slide out both journals. The journals start basically circling each other and combine as one. As they combine as one, the pages start flipping, and all of the glyphs that you guys have found before start to come off of the pages, flying through the air and attaching themselves to the gargoyle. The gargoyle shrinks even more, down to about 10 foot tall, and you hear a wail being let out of the gargoyle, of the it. The pages stop, the books close, and in front of you stands your grandfather.
Oh God, no, don't do this. Not again.
Okay.
He walks forward towards you, reaches for your hand. What are you doing?
I'm reaching up back for it.
He grabs your wrist and pulls you to your feet. Kyle, your hand is from the wound at this point.
Okay.
Are you saying anything?
How? Why?
We all have our part to play, son. And this was yours. As he says yours, he pulls you in for a hug.
Okay.
Do you hug him? What are you
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah.
He gives you a big hug. Kyle and Jason, you both see this. You see him give his grandfather a hug. And as they do, you hear a howl. And Ryan is absorbed into his tooth relic. Gone.
Oh.
So I just witnessed Ryan die, Joe die. Elvira is doing fuck all right now.
We're gonna get to Elvira.
In the process of being thrown.
I was gonna say I'm getting ready to jump to Elvira right now. While I let you guys process. Elvira, you have been thrown at the 20-foot gargoyle. The gargoyle has now shrunk to 10 foot, and it has a bunch of glyphs on it. What are you doing?
Did I see Ryan die?
No.
Or disappear?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. Well, then she's gonna go for, I would assume, a neck bite if he looks fleshy.
It looks stony, but there are parts that you could tell are a little bit more fleshy than others.
Awesome. We're gonna go for that.
Okay, the neck being one of them. Roll me 2d6, please.
That is a 4 on die.
A 4?
But then you
God.
said,
Yeah.
oh, never mind.
No, you're depleted, so you're.
That was the
Which
extra
ended.
die, or you said we got an extra die.
Yep, and you said you were biting. You weren't attacking with weapon or nothing. So.
Correct. Well, I don't think my rapier would do me much good. But this way.
As you go to bite into the gargoyle, and into the it grabs you. You land on it and go to bite down, but before you're able to bite down, it grabs you, pulls you off, and stares you directly in the face. Roll me a d6.
4.
As it stares you in the face, it says, "Look deep. Look what I have done. My plan is going to come no matter what you do. Now go back with your peasants so we can finish this." And the gargoyle tosses you, and you land next to Kyle and the werewolf tooth relic. You feel something loving emanating from the tooth.
Oh, okay.
She's gonna look around and notice that Ryan isn't there. She's gonna pick up the tooth. And
You have all your faculties, by the way.
Good. She's going to, as she picks up the tooth, she's gonna say to whoever is listening, she's gonna say, "Where's Ryan?"
And,
Elvira.
and I'm gonna, Jason, through tears, is going to put his hand on her shoulder. He's gone. He's gone, Elvira. And so is Joe.
You would see her wings kind of like, almost like she was stabbed. Like a reflexive muscle twitch. She's gonna say, "I get it. That's a funny joke. But we're not joking now. Where's Ryan?"
Jason's gonna hug Elvira.
I put my hand on each of their backs. Just go, Elvira, you're holding them.
And as Jason's head is resting on her shoulder, he's just going to continuously just tell her over and over, "It's okay. It's going to be okay. We're going to win. It's going to be okay."
Will all three of you please roll me 3d6 or 1d6 each? Sorry. Okay. 3, 5, 4. Okay. You guys beat the roll. Good job. As you all are sharing this moment and trying to basically calm each other down, the gargoyle starts to sprint towards you, but it is stopped in its tracks. But you guys can't really see by what.
And so we don't know what's holding them back.
Nope. You see the gargoyle turn and start to dash towards you, and all of a sudden it stops. And it doesn't. There's nothing on its face. Like, you see the gargoyle just dead in its tracks. Stop.
Jason's going to let go of the embrace. He's going to wipe the tears away from his eyes, and he's going to stare at the gargoyle. And he's just not, he can't. I have nothing to say right now. Like, it just, it's not even rage at this point. There's this emotionless, murderous intent right now. Like, imagine if someone committed murder and didn't feel guilty about it. That's what he's feeling right now.
Oh yeah.
And he's going to start charging up, like the electricity is like, it's kind of like how the reflex that Elvira's wings had. It's going to be kind of like my electricity is going to start popping and crackling, and I guess it's going to coat me like an aura of lightning.
Okay, that's roll me a d6 for that.
Yeah.
Please.
Yep.
All right, 4. I would say you're able to coat your. As you're doing this, you hear, now, you 3, now.
Do I recognize the voice?
You do not. Elvira does. It was the voice you heard from Gitmo.
Once they let go of the embrace, Elvira's just been holding the werewolf tooth, and she's kind of been saying to herself underneath her breath, she's like, werewolf tooth relic, unleash. Werewolf tooth relic, unleash.
Oh shit. Sorry, Andrew right now.
I'm trying to speak, I'm sorry. As you say it the second time, you hear, and as you do, there is a clone of Ryan that appears from the tooth.
Ooh.
This clone charges at the gargoyle, completely amputating its left arm. And then Ryan disappears back into the tooth.
And at that moment, Jason's going to unleash every bit of power that he has at once. So I'm going to describe this. So we all have known that Jason likes to turn electricity and undo everything with electricity. But at this moment, it's beginning to become so violent and ecstatic that as it's coursing through his body, it's going to shoot down through the wings, and the tips of the missiles are going to start like glowing a bright green. And at this moment, the wings start folding inward. I'm going to raise my hands up, and a sphere of electricity is going to start forming, if DM is going to allow this. And as it's forming, what I want to do is throw the electric ball with the missile shooting, all the while shouting, "Cage Sun Tempest!"
Go ahead and roll me 5d6. Kyle, do you want to do anything?
Gonna relic armament appear.
Well, sorry, that was my throat.
No, that's fine. He's gonna stand directly right next to Jason, and you're gonna hear Kyle and Dean both talk at the same time. So you can, it's like the fusion when they talk. You can hear both voices.
Yeah.
You're gonna see him hold up the kunai end and the mace end. Dual relic power, fire. He's gonna hold out his weapons, and hopefully like a blue aura beam like shoots out.
As you say fire, the aura beam does not. Your weapons light up. They are completely covered in flame, but it is a blue flame.
Alright, well, so they just reach back and throw.
You're going to release the chain, or are you just throwing one end? What are you doing?
I'm throwing both.
I'm throwing both?
Yep.
As
Directly
you throw
at
it,
Yep.
yeah. As you throw it, it catches with the Jason's ball that he has thrown, and it completely ties together. Elvira, do you want to do anything else?
And don't forget the missile barrage as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to get all three of you.
I know.
Real quick. Elvira, can you hear me?
Yep.
Do you want to do anything else?
She's going to throw her rapier into the lightning ball as it's traveling.
As you get ready to throw the rapier, you hear a old gravelly voice behind you, like right at your ear. Please use this. You would recognize this voice as old Drac. And in your hand, as you get ready to extend your rapier changes, and so do you. You become completely cloaked in basically what looks like your cape basically, or your wings become a leather cape. You turn into basically a large vampire-looking creature, like a Man-Bat from Batman TM.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, Woman-Bat in this case. And as you do, your rapier becomes a coil. Are you still wanting to throw it?
Like a shooty coil or like a weapon coil?
Basically, it looks like 3 blades are all coiled.
Oh no, if it shoots, shoot the fuck out of it.
So you're wanting to like do this in an attempt to...
Yes.
As you do, it extends. And literally and it literally looks like a, I guess a harpoon would be the easiest. It goes and combines with the electric ball, the missile barrage, and Kyle Dean's kunai with chain, and they strike the gargoyle. Will please all 3 of you, if you have them, roll me 10d6 each.
Okay, Josh, do you want the numbers from my earlier 5d6?
No, that's for something else.
Okay, I'm gonna put those to the side then.
Okay.
Actually, I need to send you these numbers because I have exactly 10d6. So I'm gonna send you the numbers.
Alright, Kyle's not gonna have the 10d6.
So do you want the combined total or individual numbers?
I'm gonna combine all 3 of your totals is what's happening.
I'm talking about the numbers from earlier.
No, I want those separate.
Okay.
Kyle has all 10.
Oh, Kyle's got
all
10?
10. Yeah.
I'm so happy.
Okay, Josh, we're not sending you the sequence of numbers. Trust me, I did not intend for it to come out this way, but...
Oh
Okay.
Alright, 10d6.
33, Andrew?
Yep.
Or Elvira, sorry.
Oh boy.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Math.
Yep, I'm putting all my numbers together. 12, 16, 6, 12, 28, 33. 38.
38. Okay. And Kyle?
Hang on. I'm writing them all down so I can add. $48.
Oh,
Damn.
damn.
Hell yeah. Alright. Now, Joe and Ryan, will you please roll me 1d6 apiece? 6.
Let's go!
Let's
So you all can see this. As it hits the gargoyle, this is the total.
Hold up.
Come on, it's gonna focus.
Yeah!
That reveal was amazing, by the way. 1,400 damage. As everything hits the gargoyle, it launches it back through the front door. You do hear "Ah!" behind the gargoyle. Yes.
Can I respond to that?
Go ahead.
May I? Do I hear this, or do I need to roll to see if I can hear this?
You hear a blood-curdling yell.
Is this audio? What's the audio? Is the sound?
It's
coming. It's going out of the castle.
It's coming from behind the gargoyle. It hit. You see the gargoyle, and you hear "Ah!"
Can I channel for Godspeed to go to the source of the sound? I'm not trying to metagame, but go to the source of the sound. That's a thing.
No. Go ahead and roll me a d6, but wait to tell me the answer because I'm going to explain what's going on real quick.
Okay.
Alright. As this happens, the gargoyle flies out, and you all see, well, you 3 see, I can't see you all, I'm sorry. You 3 see out the door the gargoyle literally and completely incinerate. As it incinerates, you see different colors from purple to black to white to silver to gold to everything. You see everything like a whole bunch of different colors hovering and then go. And you see a being step forward. This being is Bobo. He steps forward slowly. He looks down at the ground. As you channel your Godspeed, what was your number?
6.
You were able to Godspeed to Gitmo. That's who, and he's on the floor. He's bleeding. He's not dead, but he's bleeding pretty heavily. But Bobo walks forward, looks around, and goes, "I'm home." He looks at you three, and he goes, "We did it." And he starts to cry. I know there's a lot that's been lost, but a lot has been gained from this. No, I was just your lowly head in the wall for a long time. But I want to let you guys know you have saved the world that we have not been able to do for generations. He looks over at you, Elvira. Your father gave everything. You were created for this, as he nods to you, Jason. And he looks over at you, Kyle, and goes, "You two, your job's not done. Will you three please stay and help me rebuild everything that it has destroyed?" That evil may be done, but this world still needs relic hunters.
Elvira's gonna walk over to Dean because he hasn't run away at lightning speed. And she's going to... Dean's really tall, so she's going to reach up and grab his arm, like he would put it on her shoulder, except for he's too tall, so he's just got his hand up on his arm. And she's gonna say, "Well, nothing I do at this point is going to bring him back. So what say you?"
Sorry, my Discord crashed. I don't know if I was still there or... I don't know.
Elvira had a very heartfelt... I don't know what will bring him back, but what say you?
To honor everyone's memory, there's no saying no.
Jason, you get to Gitmo. He's lying there and he's looking up at you. Friend?
Would I know that's Gitmo at that point?
Yes.
Hey, Gitmo buddy. You have a dick now?
I don't know what to do with it.
Hey man, you know, if you survive this, you know, I could show you a thing or two.
I don't think I would want to.
Hey, come on, man. You're too stubborn to die. Come on, let's get you somewhere safe.
Please. And he extends his arm to try to help him up.
I'm gonna obviously help him up.
As you go to help him up, you literally see his blood is not red. His blood is green. He looks at you and goes, "Why is it a different color?"
I don't know, Gitmo.
He passes out into your arms. As he does, you see all the green blood is starting to pool and form into a TM Furby. Gitmo shifts from a human back into this form, and you are now holding him.
Is he dead?
No.
Okay.
The Furby is, though. Devin is dead.
Oh, shit. I don't have time to grieve for Devin.
I know. There was a
Aw,
reason I
poor
didn't give a
Devin.
lot of time for the Furbies.
Alright, man. Well, you may have lost your dick, but... And then we'll turn around and look at Bobo. To honor the memory of the fallen. To ensure the safety of the future. Not just our future, but the future of our successors. I'm going to stay here and not only help at the castle, help rebuild the castle, but I will help you forge the future with future hunters and show them the ways that we were never taught, to give them the advice that we never received, to give them hope, to give them room to learn. If this is my destiny, I will become a guardian of the castle.
As you say that, Bobo looks at you three and goes, "You will not be alone. There are still many guardians here. The castle has been reformed, and you also have your friends here." As he says this, he raises up his hand, and Tooth, the werewolf tooth relic, rise from Elvira's hand. The casket starts to rise, and they become mirrored, and they latch onto the wall. In the mirrors is Ryan and Joe, stuck in the castle with their heads there. Bobo sits there and goes, "You will never be alone, you three. And I have to say thank you one more time, because you are the guardians now." He turns around and goes to walk out the door. Stops. "There is only one more thing I have to say." And he has his back toward, and he has his head like this, talking to you. "There's only one more thing I have to say. Good luck." And he vanishes out the front door. And that is the end of season 1 of Relic Hunters.
Ryan, you're a hobo bobo.
I know.
All I gotta say is payback, bitch. So I did not. That was not planned. I want to let you know, you two were not the intended dead targets of this episode. So, the original dead targets were Jason and Kyle or Dean.
Wow. I was surprised you didn't let me die.
If I would have let you die, Relic Hunters, this would have been the series finale.
Oh.
Because the gargoyle would have killed all of you, and Bad would have won.
See, okay, tell me I did not fucking make like a big brain move or whatever. I fucking threw Dean at Kyle.
Yes, you did, dude. If you would not have done that, they both would have died, and Joe probably would have came really close to that.
See, that's why I said in slow motion, in order to win, they must be together.
Mhm.
That's why I said
Hey, you know me. I leave everywhere. I give you
in order to win,
the way to win.
Oh.
Oh.
Man.
I threw the biggest curveball when I said Kyle said, "You know what? Screw it. DNA atomized."
Yeah,
Try to
dude, you're
explode.
like, "I'm gonna explode." I'm like, "Motherfucker."
Oh. Okay.
Oh,
So let me just say, this is the Relic Roundtable now. The very last one.
No, before the Relic Roundtable, I have a after scene.
Credit scene.
After Bobo vanishes, you three are standing there. Joe and Ryan, you guys are on opposite ends of the wall in the big foyer, but you can see out the door. 5 lights come down, and from, or I take that back. 5 lights come down. As they come down, you see the carriage that you guys, from the very first episode, you guys pulled up in. The lights hit the carriage door opens, and 5 people step out in different colors. You do not know who these people are, and that is your after credit scene.
Wow.
Yo, okay. So you want me to go ahead and play the outro and then do Relic Roundtable?
Do what?
You want me to go ahead and do the outro and then do Relic Roundtable afterwards? Or?
No, the outro thanks everybody, so we'll do the outro after.
Okay, so is this now Relic Roundtable?
This is Relic Roundtable.
Okay. So real quick, for those just now tuning in, like, you know, we obviously do a lot of our streaming on Twitch, and I know some of you don't have a lot of the information about the characters and whatnot. So the reason why I broke down so fucking hard whenever Joe died is that Jason has been building a relationship with her over the course of the series. Like, started out like as, you know, the friendship, and then Joe never got to find out, but Jason loved Joe.
Yep.
Jason loved her. And I was going to make that reveal, but Josh killed you before Jason could.
You rolled a 1, and you were gonna be safe. She was gonna.
Damn one.
And
God.
you rolled a 1, and I'm like, I can't, and I had the perfect way to do it too, because literally, hey, you're distracted. That's my relic now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And for everyone, when I said as soon as she snapped her neck and flew away, I said "Mama, no" out of character, because apparently that was my mom.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Kyle and Dean still have no clue.
Nope.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Nope.
They had no idea.
Nope.
Yep.
Hey, I've seen seasons end with worst endings where there's more cliffhangers than I left.
I mean, we could divulge that information in like an episode where it's like, okay, so here's what happens after this. Like if y'all really want us to tie up loose ends, for those of you who have been here since the beginning, or at least know a little bit about our lore, if you guys want that, trust me, I'm the king of tying up loose ends. Josh and I can throw ideas back and forth to tie up that shit.
No,
I've
this
already
will
got
feature. This will feature in
encounters.
season 2, by the way.
Yeah.
Everything. You know how I can tie in stuff. Everything from this season, most everything, will tie into season 2. But there has to be still a round table between us before I can divulge anything to the stream.
So we can't say what ideas we have for the next season.
Nope. Not yet.
I've already got a scene in my head of when Elvira finally makes it to the Ryan mirror and is like, you know, this was a really shitty way to make sure you live as long as I do.
Well, okay, so
Jason could still tell Joe that you love her. Straight to the mirror.
So, funny thing that you say that. I actually had a quote pulled up, and I was going to say it to Joe before everything happened. And
Now you could say it to the mirror.
well, okay. So if there was a scene with the mirror with Joe, obviously I know she, like, you know, Bobo was obviously pretty sentient, could do a lot of things around the castle, for the castle, and all that shit.
Yep.
But Jason's still going to have to treat it as if though he's grieving and still has lost her, because he lost her physically, and now, you know, he's still going to be in that grieving process. So, do you guys want to hear the quote that I had pulled up and ready?
Yeah,
for
I
this?
do actually.
Yes, I do.
So, he was going to pretty much say, you know, along the lines of, I want to read the quote after this, but he was going to say, you know, Joe, I have something to say to you before, you know, anything else happens. You know, it's been a long time coming, but I need to tell you that, you know, I love you. And the quote was going to be, I love you not only for what you are, but for what I am when I am with you. I love you not only for what you have made of yourself, but for what you are making of me. I love you for the part of me that you bring out.
I like.
And
Hell
then-
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it was one of those things where it was like super shitty, but I mean, I got over it. Like, I had my crying session, so it's okay. I'm okay now. Well, I'm not okay. I fucking hate you. But
I was gonna say, I'm not okay.
So, does anybody have any questions for me?
So, at what point? Oh, I started talking. People had their hands up. You choose which order, Josh. You choose which order.
Ryan, question. What?
What the fuck, man?
No, there's plenty of questions. So, you had said at one point that there was something that would allow me to fly. Wouldn't know.
Ryan, put your mic down.
So you at one point had said that there was something that would allow me to fly, but you wouldn't tell me what that was, and I didn't know what that was yet. Are you allowed to tell me what that is? What would have happened if I was still alive?
If you were still alive, what would have happened was since Elvira took a chunk out of you, you were going to be part vampire and allowed to at least have limited flight.
Ooh.
But I thought I was part vampire, part werewolf. Oh no, because it was it reversed back. You're right. You're right.
Yep.
Okay.
Shit, you right.
Alright, dog, you got me there.
Now, so that last roll that I did, that 2, that's what sealed my fate?
Yep. You would have been fine had you rolled above a 3.
And you brought my grandpa into it.
Yep. Yep. Alright, Joe, do you have any questions? Robin, do you have any questions?
Yeah, whatever happened to Damien?
Whatever happened to who?
Damien.
Wait, which one was Damien?
The purple...
Oh,
Relic.
Ryan! Yeah!
The Nightmare Relic.
Yes, Damien may be featured in Season 2, but basically what I can tell you about Damien is he was creation. Basically, since the basically creator of all the creations is dead, the relics are dispersed. That's what you saw whenever the gargoyle blew up, all the relics dispersing.
Mm-hmm.
Damien is out in the world somewhere.
Mm. Yeah, when you said purple, like a little purple light, I was like, oh, is that Damien?
So does that mean that the gold guy is also out there somewhere?
The gold guy was just a spirit. So the gold guy was just a spirit or a soul. So he may be out there. Keep in mind he was combined with Bobo and Bob the Blob and all them as well. That amalgamation is still out there somewhere. And you will hear that a lot, just so I have the ability to tie stuff in Season 2.
Okay. I'm down with it.
Kyle?
I had 2 questions. So, one, I'm going to assume by the process of elimination, the blue Furby is what took Android 17 home.
Do what?
My blue Furby TM is what took Android 17 home by process of elimination.
Yeah.
No.
What?
Elvira's. Your Furby is the one that got eaten.
Yep, my Furby was not here.
Oh yeah, there was two missing ones. Okay.
Yeah. One got eaten in the stall and one took Android 17. Elvira's is the one that took Android 17.
Okay. And then my second question was, way at the beginning when Dean in the barn finally got his relic back away from Beowulf, and Beowulf was very shocked, like, oh shit, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. If I would have rolled Kyle in that situation, what was gonna happen? Because you said I couldn't answer that last episode, because it may affect this episode. Since this episode's done, what would have happened?
You would have combined with Beowulf.
What?
And then what would have happened?
You would have rolled several more times to see if you would win up with him. Making constant checks every other time or so to see if you stayed in control.
And third question just popped in since you said combined.
Okay.
When I was gonna explode, DNA atomize, you said 2 voices were in my head. I'm assuming it was like Ivo and Z or Ivo and
Yep, that was 2 of the other Invisibles.
So as soon as I said they're gonna explode, and then Dean...
No, I take that back. I was wrong. 2 of the Invisibles were on Joe's back. One voice was one of the Invisibles. The other one was a, basically a warped version of Elcon.
Oh, okay.
Because his body had been taken over. That's what fused whenever you went into both the Order of the Gargoyle Crests.
So then that's
oh, go ahead.
so when Dean hit the bauble and everything, that's when
Yep.
it separated everything.
If you would not have tried to self-destruct, the bauble would have done the same thing with you as it did with Jason, and you would have been over power, and you would have had to try to find some way to either disperse the energy, or you would have probably self-destructed anyway, but it would have taken out the entire castle and everyone in it.
Nice.
You were a ticking nuke, whereas Jason was not a nuke, but he was almost bigger. He was basically that, only at a more soul level. You destroyed. Kyle and Dean was basically physical destruction, whereas Jason's was spiritual and soul destruction. If you guys were to blown up.
Nice going, D. Thanks for saving my life.
Yeah, I know. I saved the day. Okay, literally.
So, Trevor, now do you have any questions? I'm gonna get El because Andrew looks like he's really, really mad at me. So,
How is that different from any other time?
yeah, I know.
I
He
mean,
didn't mute and cuss this time.
So, out of all the ideas that I've thrown at you this past week, it seems like you just said, fuck all that noise. I just want to see how this fuckfest plays out. Like, we were the monkeys let loose, and you were the ringleader trying to fucking wrangle us together to perform tricks. I know you listened to what I said. You know, all those are great ideas, and they were great ideas. You know, just not on board right now.
They are great ideas to be used in the future.
I know that's future projects, but bro, I know there was the shitty roles that killed Joe, but you don't understand. Like literally at the beginning of the episode, I said I invested myself in this show, in this series. I felt Jason's heart drop. Like as soon as I was like, it was like I flatlined for a second. Like it was.
Oh yeah, dude, you broke down. Like I was surprised you didn't shut off your camera sooner.
No, man.
Like I've seen you cry. I've never seen you cry like that without getting really angry. I was afraid for my life. I was staring at the door.
No, I'm not gonna hurt you.
No, I know. Do you have any other questions, Jason, Trevor, before I go
I don't
to...
care. Call me Jason, whatever. I'm okay.
This is your first OC that you've delved so far into that you want to actually make a cosplay, and I love it.
See, I've done so many at this point that I'm not as emotionally hurt as I used to get, but
You
this
were
was me my first.
crying. You were crying.
Oh no, I got into the moment because I sympathize and empathize with my characters. But like after the fact, I've had to let enough of my babies go that they don't hit me like that as hard anymore.
I understand. Do you have any questions, Andrew?
Nope. You just gave me a lot of Ryan or Elvira and the me or fictions to write now.
Beck's gonna start reading Andrew's fan fictions about Elvira and Ryan.
It's gonna be really cute whenever she sets a little table up with like some wine glasses and shit. She's
Rating.
dating here on the other side.
Gitmo did dive into Bobo, so essentially you can jump into Ryan's
Hey,
mirror.
don't you get kinky on me now.
Well, no, and the reason, we will talk about more season 2 whenever we get it hammered out as a group, but I can tell the audience and you guys that the reason I left it like this is 4 episodes that we don't want to do, like the season 2, we can do like an offshoot episode where somebody else DMs or I do. This will be, we can go back to this scene or this moment or after this when it's just you guys chilling around the house, like a casual episode of you guys as the new characters, or you guys as still in the mirrors. And because you guys, there is a lot of stuff in the castle you guys never found out, never discovered that I have in there that literally I could do a whole season on that. So it leaves me open for, or leaves us open for several different avenues. It's just season 2. I think we're gonna take in a similar but different direction. But I can't say anything right now. Right. I was to say if I can't see chat. But if anybody has any more questions, please let me know. You guys included.
There was one question. It was from Courtney. Who has been your favorite special guest so far?
My favorite special guest? Honestly, I had so much fun with Chuck Huber and fucking Lick Your Balls that I can't pass it up.
Lick your balls.
Well, and just I will rewatch that. I rewatched that YouTube video at least 10 times and laugh every single time.
Lick your balls.
And the fact that never mind. I'm gonna stop right there.
Yeah, that's what I thought, you bitch.
My bad. Go ahead. Well, what is your favorite, Andrew?
You cut out real bad there. What was your question?
Favorite special guest?
Honestly, I think I have to go with Chuck Huber too, just because of sentimental reasons.
Because you geeked the fuck out when you met him?
I was gonna say.
Oh, yeah. Hands down. No questions asked. I couldn't even speak fucking words.
When you walked up to the table and you were just holding the autograph, you were just like...
I get this really bad shit-eating grin whenever or something like that happens. I read like a book, ask Josh.
Trevor?
I already said in chat that here's what I said. Chuck Huber here was such a blast. I'm a little biased because he's Android 17 and that's my boy, also Hiei. But I've enjoyed all the guests equally aside from Chuck. Each brought a unique flair to the episodes they were featured in. But besides that, yeah, that's my honest opinion though. That's like not. I'm not leaning one way or another, but with the biasness in hand.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Ryan?
For me, obviously Chuck Huber, because I was the one that he told to.
Lick your balls.
You were also on big Zordon head on the screen.
But I also really enjoyed anytime that Leon was on.
Mm-hmm.
So, at least for me, him being introduced into my story arc kind of is what fueled and kind of invigorated Ryan's persona. And to me as a player, because it gave me kind of motivation to go forward.
Yeah.
Because it was at that point, everything in my story arc was more, it was like really heavy and all of this stuff was happening. And him being introduced kind of steered me in the right direction. So I want to give a shout out to Cody if he's watching. Kind of saved my butt there for a hot second. So
now,
and if you liked him being Leon, feel free to catch him on Relic Hunters a little bit before, or not on Relic Hunters. The Hunt. Relic Hunters.
Relic Hunters before Relic.
Shameless plug.
While we are, and I will plug it as well. While we are taking a hiatus from Relic Hunters to decide what our next season will be, every Sunday starting at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, we will be doing a Monster Hunter roleplay. It's called The Hunt. Right now, we are currently on episode 3. And so far, I have fucked a horse.
It was a centaur.
It was a centaur. Okay, my Minotaur.
Don't downplay yourself.
I was like, don't make it seem more bestial than it was.
Yeah, it was Minotaur on centaur. But anyway, if you like the chances on there, it'll be pretty much who you see here besides Robin and Leon.
We still love Robin.
We still love you for sure. But Cody will also be on there with us, and it's really fun. I'm enjoying it. I love the system and everything about it. So make sure to catch us at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time every Sunday on www.twitch.tv/ChiefDucky. And I will try to start multi-streaming to here as well as Twitch. I'm going to delve into that in the upcoming weeks. Thank you for your time, and we'll see you next week. If it's not ending the stream, I'm talking that in return in regards of the hunt. That is the plug. I'm done.
Yes, that is fine.
That
Kyle,
was a good plug.
What is your favorite guest star?
She's going to have to forgive me. I forget her name.
Illyria cosplay?
Her, yes. Because you had a conversation with her of her playing as a bad guy, and she played just like us. She took your idea and threw it out the window and joined ours. I was just like, yes.
Well, no, it was no. It was her idea to be the bad guy, and then she turned into the good guy.
I know, right?
Because as soon as she said, "Oh, I'm gonna attack the bad guy," you went, "What the? But you,
Robin.
yeah."
I have two. I guess, of course, Chuck Huber, because I had heard of him, and he looked familiar, and I was like, oh, he's somebody.
He's that guy.
But then but then after the episode, I was like, gosh, he's real awesome. And he brought something different to it. I don't know what it is exactly, but he was great, and there was something about Hope that I just...
You know, funny you should mention Hope. Like, I wanted to see, and hopefully she's in future episodes, because I want the expansion of Jason and Hope. You know, I want that extended a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
That's sorry. I've been wanting to say that for like 2 minutes.
Oh no, you're good.
But sorry, I'm sorry, Robin, and forgive me.
It's okay. But
okay, Lovebird, stop that.
It's okay.
So I was able to get to Facebook. Courtney, what do you want to reveal? Because I'm curious.
That's what I'm wondering. Like, I've been sitting here and I wanted to ask that, but I was like, I don't know what she wants to reveal. And that's why I was like, well,
hey, go ahead and reveal it. I'm all good.
What I was going to say, if it was pertaining to the Relic Hunter lore and the expansion of it, sure, but you need to make that call because that was a DM thing.
Yeah, you can go ahead and reveal. I'm not really sure what
I
it is.
got in there and I was like, that's not up to me.
Yeah.
We're gonna leave that for the proper party.
Whatever you reveal, if I don't agree with what happens, like, because I don't think I've done anything that's gonna screw stuff up, or you can reveal anything that's gonna screw stuff up. But I believe, I can retcon. We're fine. But go ahead, Courtney, whenever, or Hope, whatever you want me to call you right now. Go ahead and reveal.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna need a fucking drink now. Like, I'm probably gonna be drinking after this. Like, you have put me into such a big state of despair that I think alcohol will help.
So, what did you guys think of the final episode as a whole?
Motherfucker, you eloquently like transitioned every single scene to where it like was a cohesive flow.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It's like you didn't have to cut corners. Like, you didn't have to like DM, mitigate, and push the shit forward. It was, partially.
And that's having good players too. I have to give that to you guys. As a DM, I can only do. You guys have to drive the story. I can DM push, but the reason the episode went so well is because of you guys. So thank you guys.
No.
So
you're welcome.
And hopefully, like I said, I still threw twists and turns you guys weren't expecting in there. Even like I said, everything's based on your, but I still have the power to screw stuff up. So I don't know what this was.
Oh yeah, Josh, that final move, the Cage Sun Tempest.
Heck yeah.
I've had that. I've been modifying and taking that shit for 4 days now. I'm like, how?
I was ready for it to be the JoJo reference. I left you it open and was gonna let you do the JoJo reference, and then you're like, I'm gonna do this, Cage Sun. I was like, that's fine, go.
Well, I thought about it, and I didn't really know how to properly fit it in there. As much as I wanted that JoJo's reference being the avatar creation, it just, I couldn't find the right moment to plug it in there. Because I had an idea for that as well. Like, to make the JoJo reference complete, I was going to quote Jotaro and say, I can't beat the shit out of you without getting closer. But I couldn't find the right moment to plug it in. And I know you... Mm-hmm. It wasn't you, it was like how I perceived the moment. I was like, wow, this moment is like pushing forward so hard right now that I don't... I think I can fit the JoJo's reference with the new character that I'm plotting, I'm not going to tell y'all anything about this character, except it's going to be a complete transition from what you saw with Jason being throughout the series between stoic and loving and all that. This character's going to be a little bit different, but I'm still leaving it at that. Because I can't talk about it more without revealing too much.
I completely understand. I was about to read.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, Jonathan, I do want to address Jonathan. All episodes are up on YouTube except this one, and this one will be up within the next couple days. As soon as I get the file from ChiefDucky and put it up on YouTube, they will all be up there under Relic Hunters, A Ranger's Tale. It should find it fairly easy. And then Courtney, I'm actually going to read it word for word. I had a talk to Josh at one point about it, and Hope might have bought a cafe, and I can confirm Hope does own this cafe in canon, and might have bought a cafe and turned it into a safe haven place. It had a cafe, an arcade, rooms for games and movie nights, and all kinds of other stuff. The name of the cafe she was going to give it was The Last Stand.
Oh.
So, and I will say it right now, because I do plan on at some point probably having them back, and since we're still going to be in the same universe, I will say this is canon.
Wow.
Ooh, spicy.
Hope you guys start with Juice Bar.
Hell yeah.
Are you going to call Hope Ernie now?
No, I didn't say that. I was just saying. Would you rather have a Filio place? What would you like? I mean, whatever you want. His name was Ernie too, but that's beside the point.
Zach,
Yeah.
Well, Josh, go ahead and post the YouTube link in the chat while everybody's present.
Oh, yeah.
And
I've only
Zach,
got one screen now, so give me a second.
I know. This has been going on for a hot minute. You can get over it. If you want to go to bed, go to bed. I'm not going to keep you up.
I'm actually going to post not just a one video. It's actually going to be to the full playlist. And there we go. And also, I do want to let this Relic Hunters is now a podcast. You can find us on Spotify, as well as Buzzsprout directly. But Spotify, you can literally type in Relic. The first episode is the only one uploaded now. I'm trying to figure out things with that, but the others will be uploaded at least once a week or once every 2 weeks, depending on how I can float it. We also now have a Patreon, which all donations will give the Relic Hunters their rolls, their spins. We haven't done spins in a while because we haven't had them, but they will give spins. It will allow you to basically be put in a drawing to be a special guest. When I'm able to fit them in, if you have Discord, as well as you'll be allowed into our, we can add you into our Discord, and there will be other special giveaways and stuff we'll do as a Patreon whenever I'm actually able to do stuff like that. Here is the link if I can find something. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell. There we go. Alright, did that post?
Yes, it did.
Okay. Okie dokie. And if you do, if everybody does have any questions, I was gonna say, since we're on Facebook, message Trevor, message me. I'm on Facebook. You can write us through the YouTube through comments or anything, because I check them. I check everything daily. So.
All right.
Huh?
Are we ready for that outro? We got anything else left to say?
I was gonna say, does anybody have any more questions, comments, statements, or just fun little tidbits they want to throw at any of us?
Gonna give you a moment. Not a long moment, but we're gonna give you a moment.
No, just thank you everyone for watching and
for a season full of fun, down, sad, angsty, angry, and every other emotion moments. And please join us for season 2 whenever it premieres.
It'll be a lot of fun.
Whew. Alrighty, I think that's it.
Yep. Hit that outro. Outro. There we go.
Wow. English there.
Shut the fuck up!
Love you.